Hello and welcome to 2019. This year I plan to spend no money. So I guess like lots of other videos on YouTube, that was a bit of a clickbait title and there's some caveats to it. And part of the reasons why I'm sharing this on the vlog is for that little bit of peer pressure to try and encourage myself to do some of the goals that I have for myself in 2019. So this idea to not spend any money in 2019, what does that really mean? What are the caveats, the get outs and all that sort of thing? So if you would have seen a video that I posted just a couple of days ago, I recorded it a month or so ago now, where I read this book called The Magic of Tidying, and really understanding or finding a better understanding of what it was and is that brings me joy in life. And I really enjoy obviously gadgets and technology and lots of things like that which we talk about in the channel. But I also realised that there's lots of things that don't really bring me joy. The idea of buying it at the time kind of was enjoyable and I liked it, but I never used it. I never picked it up. It just kind of sat on the shelf, so it wasn't really worth it. So that was kind of disappointing in some ways because I feel like I put a lot of research in prior to making purchases. So it's not often, thankfully, that I have that, but from time to time that does happen. But I've also been thinking a lot about how much time I spend working. I'm fortunate that I have a job that I enjoy and work with great people, but I don't really want to be doing that forever. And this isn't a finance vlog, of course, and I'm definitely not an expert, but this last year in 2018, I spent a lot of time reading various books on investing and stocks and shares and trading and kind of what money's meant for, how you're supposed to use it. And this kind of reading of the book about understanding what brings me joy kind of helped resonate all this thing. And a couple of kind of key thoughts that I have for kind of moving forward is based on some of the things that I've read. And if you guys are interested, please leave comments and I can do some more videos about this if it's of interest and share it with you. But really realising a little bit that money is potentially about kind of two things. One is the money is not necessarily just for buying things. Actually, money is there for buying your freedom. So there's been a lot of movement in the US over the last few years of this thing called the FIRE movement, financial independence, retire early. And there's a couple of niche cases where people have kind of started work at 20, done an amazing amount of savings over 10 years, and then retired at 30. So I'm not going to go into all this detail. You can research that for yourself, or if it is of interest, I can talk about it in more videos moving forward. So it's really started to kind of make me think about, yes, I do enjoy my job and I'm fortunate and I'm good money. Not everyone's as fortunate as me as having a job that they enjoy. But I also know that there's a lot of time that I spend working. I don't get as much time as I'd like to spend with friends and with family and fly my drones and do all the things that I'm really also interested in. And it's that realization that I don't want to be doing that forever. So what can I do to accelerate not having to work for the rest of my life? And this isn't about obviously retiring tomorrow or something. I don't actually want to retire. It's more about having the ability to try and do other things that I'm interested in that perhaps right now I can't due to work constraints or financial dependencies. And there's another really good saying that I've heard a few times is you're saving money to get your FU money. So basically, if in your current day job, if you ever get into this situation where you really just have enough, you can just say F you and go and do something else because you're not kind of burdened by the cost. And I've kind of been thinking about that for, I guess, unknowingly for the last year as I've tried to do a better job of kind of budgeting and saving. But this year I'm going to really try and accelerate that by doing a couple of things. So this not spending money thing, it's really about two things. One is understanding how much money do I really need to spend in a year and still have a life that I enjoy and I can have things that bring me joy. Because really you don't know how much money you need to retire until you really understand kind of how much you need to live and how much brings you joy. So my plan is to not buy anything that I guess in quotes necessarily want. So obviously I've got a family, I've got kids, I'm not trying to impose this on everyone else. So obviously I have to pay mortgages and bills and all these things that I have to pay. Then there's the things that I want, so obviously I have to pay for my car insurance and all that sort of stuff, and family will want a holiday, so saving money for a holiday. And obviously if something breaks, I need to consider if I need to replace that, but perhaps I might look at an alternative or different things. But this is about less just buying things because I want them, with a caveat that I am going to allocate myself a smaller budget. So obviously if I want to go out for a drink with friends or go for a meal or something, I can still do that. And also if I want to buy something that I want, look at doing what I've been doing over the last couple of months in terms of selling and giving away things. So I can sell some of the things I already have that no longer bring me joy and that I'm enjoying, and have that help fund the next purchase. So that's my plan for 2019. And with the money that I don't spend, I plan to accelerate my saving, so generating that FU money further into the future, and also accelerate paying off my mortgage, so that obviously that's really my biggest monthly outgoing. So when one day that's gone, that will give me a lot of financial freedom as well. So right now I'm not looking to share the specifics about this longer plan. This is really just about the year. And what I'm going to do is try and be very strict with myself and keep a note of everything that I spend that isn't budgeted for. So obviously the money I'm saving for holiday and that sort of thing, at some point I will need to pay for a holiday. That will just come out of what's budgeted. Anything that isn't a needed spend, I will keep a track of that, and then each month I'm just going to do a short update video of okay, how much I spent this month, and then obviously hopefully anything I haven't spent has gone into kind of saving and paying things off. So yeah, so this isn't about living a pauper's life. Still have holiday, still have Spotify, still have Netflix. I've done a couple of things already to save some money. I've halved my phone and internet costs. I've halved my mobile phone costs. We never watch TV and don't have a TV aerial. And in the UK, you only need that if you're watching TV or you use iPlayer. So we're not going to watch iPlayer anymore. Cancelled the TV license because we don't need that anymore. So just doing a few things to minimise the monthly outgoings, to maximise any little bit that can go into savings and paying off mortgage, and see how that goes. So I'm not 100% sure if I can do this for a year, because I am a very possessional person, but I think the rules of that are going to allow me a bit of wiggle room, so like I say, I can sell something if I want to get something else, or perhaps generate some money in an additional way. So this doesn't include, this is all about money that I earn from my job. So obviously if this channel ever generates some money, I can utilise that to purchase something that I may review. Obviously people send me stuff to review, which will help as well. So that's really my plan. I don't know if it's probably a crazy one. I think the only couple of things that I guess just to get people not be frustrated when you watch future videos. Obviously I've done a fair few videos that are already pre-recorded that will be coming out in 2019. There's also some things that I've already ordered and made purchase commitments to in 2018 that obviously will become apparent at different points in the year. And the only thing that I may have to pay for, well, don't have to pay for, I'm still looking at moving from a petrol car to electric vehicle. So obviously that is a significant purchase. If the right thing comes up into 2019, I will look to make that purchase, and obviously I will have a fail element. That's kind of what I'm classing as a planned thing. But this is about not just buying new clothes or new shoes or trainers or new toys and gadgets just for the sake of. So yes, maybe I'm crazy, but I'm kind of excited and apprehensive to see how this goes, and if someone that was before very possessionable, spent a lot of money on stuff that they just wanted versus that needed, how that's going to help. So I don't think it's going to impact the channel, because I've still got, like I said, various things that I want to share with you, but hopefully I can spend more time on some of the things that I'm already interested in. So get that wing flying, fly my drones more. I want to spend some more time improving the vlogs and the content. Still got these Lego models to build. I've got my drum kit, which is getting now nearly a year old. Have still not had any time to do anything with that. To kick up the drum lessons again and do some VR reviews and stuff that are still pending. And there's a few little things happening around the house that may or may not be relevant to share in the future. But please leave comments. Have you done something like this before? Do you ever give consideration about the future and retirement and money and all that kind of thing, or do you think you'll just end up, having to work until you die, like it seems to be proposed based on how we live most of our lifestyle? So thank you for watching. I just want to get this out at the beginning of the year so that it kind of sets me off on the right path, and all the solar things, all of these things are helping into this kind of longer plan of sustainability and minimizing monthly costs and everything. So I thought it was kind of relevant to share here. This video, a thumbs up would be really appreciated. If you're interested in other geek type videos, please consider subscribing to Spectrum Geeks. Why not also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter? And before you leave, why don't you check out one of these other videos that may be of interest. Thanks again for watching.